The if function in Excel is a conditional statement for logical comparison. It returns one value when true and one value when false. Is either true or false, yes or no, this and that. So in this case, we are checking out the number of employees that are eligible for salary raise. And the condition here is if your salary is greater than $70, there will be no salary raise for you as an employee. So here we are going through the employee's salary and we found out some people's salary here. You can be given 1,000 rows to work on, and this is like an easier escape to find those that will get a salary raise and those that won't get a salary raise. So the formula, if formula equals if your tab logical test, if F2, this one, is less than 70, comma, you open quotation, yes, close quotation, then value if false, no, comma, quotation again, no, close your parenthesis, click enter. So here we find out that Michael won't get a salary raise. His salary is $70.5. So he's above 70. He's not going to get a salary raise. To get to know if these ones are going to get a salary raise, we'll come here and double click. This person, Sarah, the inventory manager, will get a salary raise. Of course, her salary is very low. Daniel, Megan, and Emily will get a salary raise. That is for the if function. Let's look at another example. Here, we are looking at employees that were given me a product to sell, and we are considering giving bonuses. If you sell more than 50, you will get a bonus. If you sell less than 50, no bonus for you. So that is the criteria here. This is a simple example I'm showing. Equals if your tab logical test. Here, if this is greater than 50, value if true, yes, you get a bonus. Sorry, the quotation. Yes, the quotation is like a delimiter to get this. Another comma, value if false, no. So if it's greater than 50, that person will get a bonus. If you sell more than 50 of those products, there is no bonus for you. So, no. Why I'm putting more effort in this if statement in Excel is that this is what works like in most organization. This is one of the formulas you can use in most of the organization to check for this, maybe in the operations or in the admin. Use it to check for eligibility. Is this particular product selling well or not? Then you check the criteria of that product. If it's selling, what are we going to do? If it's not selling, what are we going to do? So you put it in your logical statements when running it in Excel. So here we'll close our parentheses, enter. So Sam is getting a bonus. He sold 65 of that product. So we'll bring our arrow here and double click. We can see Sarah and Grace. No here, Thomas, Grace, Sarah will get a bonus because they sold less than 50 of the products. Then another of the if statement is the if statement. Here we have different conditions. Here I'm going to show you an example. If you get a bonus, fine, you get a bonus. But what are we going to give these people according to the bonus, according to the amount of products they sold? We're not going to like compensate them in the same way. Okay, let's say we'll compensate them differently according to the products they sold. Now, the if statement with an S equals if, your tab, logical test. If this is greater than 70, that is, if the person sold more than 70, we'll pay the person 4/5, comma. Then if this one again is greater or equals to 55, comma, we'll pay 3,000, comma. If C5, we're using C5 because it represents all the figures here. If C5 is less than 55, we'll pay 1/5. At least everybody gets money. You can still have, like, if C5 is less than 55, you wouldn't get anything. Then you put 0 here. You put 0 here. So we close our brackets and click enter. So Sam sold 65, so he's getting 3,000. He falls in the category of those people C5 greater and or equals to 55, get 3,000. So we'll look, let's check for others. You double click. Thomas 1/5, Grace 1/5, Chris 1/5. Chris didn't, you see, this time around, Chris didn't even get up to 70. He didn't get up to 55, so he's getting 1/5. You get the logic. That is that about that. Then the if and statement. This one will have two conditions. If you sold, okay, these two conditions, if you sold more than 50, and if you've worked in the company for like 5 years, you get a bonus. You get a bonus. You sold more than 50 and you've worked in the company for more than 5 years, you get a bonus. This is the if and statement. So let's go. Equals if, your tab, then and, tab, C5 greater than 50, comma, D5 here if you've worked for 5 years and above, which is greater than or equals to 5 years. So D5 greater than equal to 5 years, bracket close, then comma. We are trying to close this bracket now. This bracket you opened automatically when we typed and. So we'll close this bracket first before our value statement, then comma, then parenthesis, then quotation, sorry, yes, quotation close, comma, another quotation for false, no, quotation close, brackets. This if and. Remember, if you've sold more than 50 and you've worked in the company for 5 years and above, you get a bonus. Enter. So Sam sold for 50, more than 50, and he has worked in the company for 5 years. So yes, he's getting a bonus. Let's double click. Hmm. Though Anna sold more than 50 products, but she's just in the company for a year. Yeah. So no. Thomas less than 50 products, but he has worked in the company for 6 years. So no bonus. That is it for the if statement, if and statements, everything if. In our next video, we'll be talking about the sum if, the sum ifs, the count if, and the count if statements. So this is all we have for today. So like, subscribe, and click the notification button for more data analysis video.